Shalom, giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash. Give double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and shout out to the house of David, Kwame Yashuala. So yeah, this is just going to be a quick video while I'm out here in the concrete jungle, getting a bit of fresh air. I want to take a little seat, a little breather. War is on the horizon, so that means us getting out of this place is closer. On the horizon, yeah. Egyptians versus the Egyptians taking place, and it's all throughout the precepts, the scriptures in the Gospels, and the apostles and the disciples were something that they was aware of, because even they was talking about the last days from them times there. So anyway, this is just a quick correction video. You know, we went in yesterday a little bit on the ease. Everybody is coming to understand that the ease, yeah, even though we know through the spirit, but they're going to see what ease capable of with this war, war with the Russians and Ukraine, what they're capable of, even to their own people, let alone what they've done to us. Because we've been crying out about the transatlantic slave trade for the longest time. We've been crying out about all the injustices, and nobody listens to us. You know, why don't we do up your bootstraps, zip up your bootstraps, move on, yeah, just move on. That's what they say. That's the sentiment of the ease when we talk about what we've been through, our plight and our cry. But yes, man. But now what they're seeing what the ease are capable of. Who are the real beast? Who is the real beast man? And I done that video yesterday. Who is the real beast man? You know, and they can see who the real beast man is, even though they already know and they've been using deflections and trying to be in denial about everything. The Ukrainian people they're saying about Putin, you know, they can say he's a beast man, but really they're talking in general. When you think about it in general, they're all beast men, blood shedders and lovers of blood. But yeah, like I made that video, I want to make a little correction now, because I mentioned Samuel. Actually, I mentioned the prophet Nathan, and I'll read it first and then we can go into it. 1 Samuel 16, yeah, because we were talking about superficial and not being superficial when we're dealing with generally in our life. Actually, it's a very, very important thing not to be superficial, to see things, not to see things for what they are, not to judge by the surface. You know, as the Benjamite them say, no watch no fierce, you know, but look beneath the surface. So this is a prime example, and it was just a small little error. But then again, nobody wants to make little errors anyway. 1 Samuel 16 and 1 says, and the Lord said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thy horn with oil and go, and I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons. So I mentioned, and the Lord said unto Samuel, but I said it was prophet Nathan. It was actually prophet Samuel. Small little thing, but you know, I don't like to, you know, two different prophets, innit? Two different prophets. So I wanted to make that correction. And there is a method to the madness. There is a moral to the story. When we jump down, the whole of 1 Samuel 16 is good, but the moral to the story is not to be superficial. 1 Samuel 16 and 4 says, and Samuel did that which the Lord spoke, and came to Bethlehem. And the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peacefully? Yeah, the prophet's been out on the highways and the byways, and they've been taking no note, not been listening to us, not giving credit where it's due. The prophets are to be feared and reverent, because we've been warning you. But now that time's coming now where the words are taking more weight. The words we speak are coming to pass. take in more weight, and you're going to start to respect those prophets. You know, all the prophets. You're going to start to respect the prophets for what we've been doing and what we've been going through. As one of the elder Rakar said, man, yeah, so a lot of brothers had to go through fights. You know, fighting and being arrested just to get this word out, this truth out, fighting to get the truth out. You know, and it was a lot of self-sacrifice that took place for the elders. Some elders, Elder Apostle Tahar, 35 years and 30 years. Elder Apostle Rakar, about 25 years. You know, in general, you know, 3 decades, 3.5 decades in general. That's the elder apostles. And then you've got the elders coming on down, man, who had to go through a lot too, you know, fighting with the family, squabbles. And the Most High sees everything. We see from the surface, but the Most High sees everything what they've been through. And there's a long list of what elders, the apostles and the elders and the brothers have been through, just because they wanted to push out this truth. So they had to undergo a lot, self-sacrifice. So we're talking about not being superficial. The Most High is going to give credit where it's due. Right? I'll read it again in 5, it says. And he said, 4, and Samuel did that which the Lord spoke and came to Bethlehem. So the elders and the apostles, the brothers did what we were told. And the elders and the town trembled at his coming and said, comest thou peaceably? Yeah, they reverenced those days. They gave respect, and they had fear when the prophets came to town. And he said in 5, peaceably I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. Alright. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked at Eliab and said, surely the Lord anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not at his countenance or at the height of his statute, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man seeth on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. So the Lord looketh unto the heart, but man seeth through outward appearance. But through the Spirit and the prayer to Yahweh Hashem El Shai, we can see through the Spirit. You know, the Most High can give us that gift to see beneath the surface. Not to be superficial, not to look on the outward appearance. Yeah? And that makes you a spiritual man. That's part of, a big part of being a spiritual man. I read it again. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his statutes, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Right, and you know what, I was going to do this in the yard, make this little correction. I was going to do it in the yard, and I still could do it in the yard. I'm going to some of these words, like outward appearance and the heart. Just break down some of these words on the blue letter. I can do that. Got some of the skateboard, them I come there. Back in the day, I was into all that skateboarding and thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do their thing. I was into all that skateboarding thing. Skateboarding, roller skating, you name it, I was into it. Anyway, that was back in the day. But yeah, but the Lord said unto Samuel, look not unto his countenance or the height of his statures, because I refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Right, and we're seeing the ease them are showing their true colours now. The ease are showing their true colours now, you know, with this outbreak. And like I say, we've been crying to the Lord about our injustices that we've been suffering for the longest time. We've been crying about it, and they've just been saying to us, pull up your bootstraps and get on with it. You know, let bygones be bygones. That's their attitude towards us. But when they start to cry, yeah, that's when the word now of the prophecies are coming to pass, with this war on the horizon. So our kingdom's on the horizon. So we are picking up our bootstraps. And what are you going to be doing? You pick up your bootstraps. All you crying over there, bawling over there, the Ukrainians. barling. Pick up your bootstraps. Let bygones be bygones, man. Right, here's the last one to end it off. This was just a quick correction video. It was the prophet Samuel and not the prophet Nathan that came to anoint King David, and he had to see things not from a superficial level, because he wrongly thought that there was other brothers he was going to select. Yeah, let's look at some of them brothers that he thought were the right ones to choose. Let me bring out some of the names, right, just to make it a bit more clear. Then Jesse called Anabib. Right, that's the father, Jesse. Jesse called Anabib and made him pass before Samuel, and he said, neither hath the Lord chosen him, this one. Right, was it the third? There was another one that he called, yeah. And it came to pass when, in 6, and it came to pass when they came that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord anointed is before him. Right, you see, this is what they said. Jesse, the father, and even Samuel, yeah. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not. Yeah, Samuel made an error of judgment. A prophet himself made an error of judgment. So we can make errors, man. If we don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yeshua, we need to pray for the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yeshua. That was an error of judgment there from Samuel. But he had to be corrected in 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his statutes, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh unto the heart. Here's another one. Then Jesse called Abinadab, I butchered the name, select, and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this. But Jesse made Shammah Jesse again, made Shammah to pass by, and he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this. Again Jesse made 7 of his other sons to pass before Samuel. Right? You see, this is how they was thinking on a carnal level. And Jesse made 7 other of his sons to pass before Samuel, and Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord have not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, here are all thy children. And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest. Right, we know he's talking about there. The youngest, but behold, he keepeth sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for he will not sit down till he cometh hither. He won't leave until I see. Samuel said, I won't leave until you show me this shepherd boy. So, and here's the last part here, and he said, and he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy. Right, we can go into that in the blue letter sometime in the future. Right, into certain words, like I say, into the blue letter. If I was doing it at home, I'd just bring out the blue letter and we sit down like I'm in a classroom setting. But I'm out and about. I prefer to do videos out and about. You know, sometimes it depends. It's all about the spirit. Now he was ruddy and withal of a beautiful countenance and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. Giving our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai. Yeah, man. So history is best qualified and most attractive to reward our research. History is the saying that I heard a little while back. History is best qualified and most attractive to reward our research. You just do your research, man. Do your due diligence. You know, the main thing is the Bible, but you got other little tools that you can use, like when it goes what break down history. And like I say, this is the beginning, man. You know, this is the beginning of our kingdom. It's looming. Our kingdom is looming on the horizon. So shalom to the sincere Akim. Until the next one.